You just tell me what you
Who do I have with me here today?
It's Jim Carey.
Jim Carey. Again, thank you for being my guest again.
It's no problem. I got a lot of disappointing looks.
What? So tell me, you are all the rage in town. You've got some advertising going on, big billboards, little billboards, magazines.
Yes.
And it's all, well, I'm going to let you say it. What the heck is Texit?
Texitcoin.
Texitcoin, okay.
It is a cryptocurrency project, but it's not like any cryptocurrency project that I've ever seen. I had the benefit of being in the Philippines in 2017. I was there for 2 weeks on a business trip. And if you know anything about the Asian climate, the Asian market, they are into cryptocurrencies like nobody's business. It leads the world in cryptocurrency.
I hate to interrupt you.
No, it's fine.
I want to get my geography right.
Yeah.
When you say Asian.
Southeast Asia, I'm talking Philippines, I'm talking Vietnam, I'm talking about China, I'm talking about, over there.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, Thailand.
So they know the cryptocurrency is on the chain block, it can be traced, they feel secure.
It's 100%, it's blockchain.
Blockchain.
Okay, so no problem there. But yeah, so what we are, Texitcoin is what we call, to make it fancy, a layer one cryptocurrency that's built on a clone of the Litecoin blockchain. So it's built for a purpose on that blockchain, and I'll get to what the purpose is in the utility because that's the most important part of this project.
Okay.
What I learned when I was in the Philippines is I learned how blockchain worked. I learned about Bitcoin, why it works, why it doesn't work, et cetera, as far as that goes. And then I heard about other projects. And so I've always been the kind of person that when I'm fascinated with something, I just dive in with both feet and I just like learn it. And so it wasn't even like work for me. I was just learning. And so I didn't get in Bitcoin at the beginning. I missed it like everybody else in the world pretty much.
I got in 2018.
Okay, I got in at 3,300 in 2017. I've done well. It was 128,000 recently, so I'm not mad about that. I also got into another project that currently is known as XRP, but it was called Ripple back then.
I got a T-shirt that says I'm a Ripple millionaire.
There you go. I got in at 11 cents. It's $3. 11 cents. Yep. It's $3 today. So
Dude,
done well on that.
My first crypto that I bought was XRP, and it was like 0.002.
Yeah. Wow.
It was a thousandth, and it's 3 cents now.
No, it's $3 now.
Oh, it's $3.
Yeah.
I would have been a millionaire.
I got in at 11 cents. So I've done well with that. Got into Ethereum. Got into a couple of other projects. Tron was another one.
Oh, I remember Tron.
Yeah, but here's the thing with these.
Zilliqa? Remember Zilliqa?
Yeah, I remember that. But here's the thing. What I've always done is I looked at the project's utility. I've done due diligence on what are they trying to help humanity? How are they trying to, what are they doing? Like XRP is solving cross-border payments. They're using the SWIFT banking system, and they're basically trying to eradicate the SWIFT banking system. Because that's what you got to do. Bank wires, $25 fee on this end, $25
the US
fee on
dollar.
that. And then it takes 3 days to get your money across the world to whoever you're sending it to. With XRP, cross-border payments happen instantly. They scrape a small fee off every transaction, and that's what drives the utility of the coin. The price goes up because there's utility, there's more revenue, etc. So that's kind of what I look for. Bitcoin, they lost their way. Okay, Bitcoin started it all.
It's split 2 or 3 times too.
It's not just that, they call that halving, right? But that's by electronic design, because all of these projects are digital currencies. The cool thing about the digital currency on the blockchain is, unlike the US dollar, it's immutable. You cannot dilute it. You cannot have inflation with a crypto project, because Bitcoin's going to mine 21 million coins over 130 years. That's all they'll ever be. So when you have a finite market, there's a store of value.
Same way Litecoin that you said as well, right?
Litecoin every project has a lifespan. And over that time, it'll mine X amount of coins. And then they start circulating in the market, which creates scarcity, which creates more demand, etc. But these are 130-year projects. Those won't hit their ends till, when your grandkids are grandkids, that kind of thing. Yeah. But the point is, it's all algorithmic. So the mine produces, in Bitcoin's case, it produces X amount of coins per day. And then it goes, like you said, gets halved at some point, where now it's producing
every 4 years.
Yeah, something like that. And so the bottom line is the mine produces X amount of coins per day, and then they're distributed. So that's kind of how it works. But with Bitcoin, I was saying they've lost their way. Bitcoin was originally supposed to be a store of value. Okay, I'm sorry, it wasn't supposed to be a store of value. It was supposed to be a peer-to-peer method of payment, where I could just pay you, and nobody got involved. I was you were me, and guess what? We just exchanged money together. And that has not ever happened, because the blockchain is too slow, and it's too expensive. If you wanted to go in and buy a cup of coffee at Mitchell's with Bitcoin, I mean, at the end of the day, you'd be standing in line for 3 minutes while everybody was mad behind you, and then all of a sudden your $5 cup of coffee cost $8. So they lost their way. What we're doing with Texitcoin in this project is picking up where Bitcoin left off. It's built for speed, it's built for low transactions, and it's built for commerce. So that's what the utility of this project is going to be, and I'm going to get into what that is in a minute. But anyway, so I go over there, I get into cryptocurrency. So I had a buddy of mine who owns a hot tub company in Central Texas. I've known him for 25 years, super guy, great Christian guy. He's 47 now, but I hired him back in the day when he was 22. And I brought him into my sales organization. He rose to the top very quickly. He's just really good at what he did. We had a relationship. About 14 years ago, he dropped out of the travel industry and he moved into hot tub industry. And he works for, as a sales manager, the largest hot tub dealer in all of Central Texas. They have 5 locations, they're really big, and he's done super, super well there. So when we were talking back in April, he said, "What are you doing now, Jim? You know, you're a serial entrepreneur, you know, you can't sit still, I know you, what are you doing?" So I said, "Well, I've got a digital marketing agency now, and it's called Workwell, and I do, and I got fascinated with AI. So we're doing
AI, that's a new one.
Exactly. So we're using AI. We're building inbound voice agents, outbound voice agents for different companies. We're answering the phones. We're handling warranty issues. We're handling all kinds of stuff. We're doing automated and also outbound calls where they have people who come in and they say, "Hey, give me more information." We send an outbound call to them. We screen them. All of those agents.
That's the marketing. It has nothing to do with the Texas.
Yeah, but this is how I got in. So what happened was, he hired me to do the marketing for his hot tub company because he goes, "Look, we're doing well, but we're dinosaurs. We don't have any AI. We don't have any kind of marketing going on. Can you help us with that?" So I said, "Yeah, I could do that." Came in to do that. And then a few weeks later, he came out and he goes, "Let me ask you a question." He goes, "I got this other project that I got involved in." And he said, back in January, "I wonder if you could help me with the marketing for that." And I said, "What is it?" He said, "It's Texitcoin." I said, "What's that? I've never heard of Texitcoin before." He goes, "Well, are you familiar with cryptocurrency?" And I go, "Yeah, a little bit." So I told him my story with crypto, and he goes, "Okay, can you take a look at this project from a marketing perspective?" Well, I wasn't looking at it for me. I was looking at it for a marketing company trying to take on a new client, and to do that, you got to do all the due diligence. So I looked at this thing, and I'm like scratching my head when I'm looking at this thing. I'm going, "This isn't like anything
Where's
I've
the loophole?
ever seen before. It's like nothing I've ever seen before." And so I ended up taking it on as a marketing project, learned all about it, and when I learned all about it, I got super excited about it, and I said, "I'm going to get in this on an individual basis." So on May 5th, I got into this project. I was miner number 3,502, and at that time, the coin was worth 60 cents.
When did it start?
Started in January of 2024, so it's going on 17 months now.
Okay.
And so that's important. I'm going to tell you why that's important in a minute. But so anyway, spin this out. So I get involved in this project. So what is the project? Okay, you know, it's like, okay, Jim, you're all excited about this project. I'm going to take this.
There's a lot of coins out there, a lot of speculation.
So I'm going to show you this right quick. Okay, so this is really important. This is an actual technology. Okay, it doesn't look like it's a technology, but it is a technology. Under that sticker that you've got right there, that's on the back of the cube, that's what's underneath.
A QR
A
code?
laser etched QR code. So this acts as a cryptocurrency digital hard wallet. Okay, and so it was invented by the founder of this project in 2017. Have you ever seen the famous Bitcoin with the B and the things? He invented that. He didn't invent
He's
Bitcoin.
the one?
No, he didn't invent Bitcoin. He invented that logo
The
and that
marketing
design
portion.
and the coin because he used to mint silver, gold, and copper coins with his mints. And so what he did is this is a copper hard wallet for cryptocurrency right here. There you go. That's a beautiful piece right there.
That's
Walking Liberty.
the old silver,
Yeah.
silver dollar.
Yep, 99.9% silver.
Yeah.
So these are 100% copper, but more importantly, they act as your wallet, your cold wallet. So all your coins are located on the blockchain with that QR code right back here. So I always tell people, you know, keep it in a safe place. Okay, just like you had a stock certificate from your grandma who left you $1 million in Disney stock, don't lose the stock certificates because that's your cold wallet. So that's brilliant in and of itself. But what he did that for is because he knew that a lot of people who didn't know anything about cryptocurrency were going to get involved in this project. And he wanted to make it where their coins don't get ripped off and they don't fall into people who want to steal stuff from them. And so he said, you can't lose with this because No one can get it. It's in your safe, and you're the only one.
That's
that
why
has
they
it.
say cold.
It's cold. Cold is offline, hot is online. The only time you ever want to take coins off of a cold wallet is to what they call on-ramp or off-ramp. That means I want to take coins from here, turn them hot, sell them for cash on the exchange, take my cash, put it to my bank account, and whatever I have left, I send it to cold storage,
Right.
and it's off. So
Almost like a regular wallet.
Yeah,
Don't take your
exactly.
card out of your regular wallet, only when you're going to use it.
That's exactly right, 100%. This is like it's like your bank account. Okay, so anyway, that's pretty cool in and of itself. So what is the project? What's so unique about it?
What is Texitcoin?
Okay, so if I was going to do Bitcoin with you, or Ethereum, or whatever else, or XRP, what do? You buy a coin. So let's start there. Okay, let's say you bought a Bitcoin for $7 today. Okay, fantastic. Go to bed tonight, and guess what? Hey, it's up to $10. So what did I do? I made $3 on paper. What if it went down though to $4 and you lost $3 on paper? Okay, here's what this can do: up, down, or stay the same. That's all you can do when you can buy a coin. Okay, this project, get ready for this. It's a crypto project. I have not bought one coin ever, not one coin. And in 5 months, I have 14,000 coins.
So you have a theoretical coin.
I have a real coin. I have actual digital coins that are mined for me every single day for 137 years. So here's the key. This is not about buying the coin, although you can. It's about buying a seat in the mine that's mining the coins for the next 137 years. So essentially, you own the golden goose that's laying the eggs instead of buying the eggs. Okay, so I got 14,000 coins in 5 months and I've never bought a coin. Never spent another dime.
So when you say you haven't bought a coin, that means you haven't got a hard coin?
No, it means I haven't bought a Bitcoin. So let's
Don't you have a wallet somewhere with that money in it? With
Yeah, I do. This is the wallet. So I have a cold wallet, 14,000 coins. I find them with this coin right here.
Okay.
14,000 coins. I own like 14,000 Bitcoins. They're just called TXC. So it's the TXC coin that's part of the Texitcoin project.
And who knows what it's going to be in a year or 2 or 3
Well, I
years
can tell
now.
you what it's going to be worth shortly, okay? But here's the thing. Imagine that, what I just said. Okay, so if I bought this coin, and just imagine that it never went up in value, okay? Or it went down in value. Let's say it went down from $7 to $3.50. But tomorrow when I woke up, I had 2 of them. I'm even.
It's just like
Then
stocks.
I have 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them, 6 of them. Every single day I'm accumulating more of these. If it never went up in value, or even if it dipped in value, I'm making money.
Yeah, that's what corporations do when they have stock splits.
Stock splits and all that stuff.
Split, and then they double it.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing though. What if at the same time you were accumulating more coins, it was also going up in value? That's exactly what's happening with this project. Since day one, they have not missed a mark. When I got in, it was at 60 cents. Today, it's at $4. By February of 2026, it's projected to be at $16. And there's a clear pathway to that.
Can
Because
you pull out anytime you want?
anytime you want, you can cash out on any on the major exchanges. You can Bitmark, DexTrade, MEXC, which is the second largest exchange in the world.
Say that again. Which one?
MEXC, MEXC, second largest exchange in the world, next to Binance. So yes, you can offer.
Finance is the biggest in the
Binance
world.
is the biggest
What
in
happened
the
to
world.
Coinbase?
Coinbase is like number 9.
Are you serious?
Mhm.
See, when I was in it in 18, what was the biggest one again?
The biggest one is Binance.
Binance hadn't even issued their coin yet,
Yeah, the Binance.
and I had started to buy, and I think even bought some Binance so I could transfer it and switch it out to get Bitcoin and stuff.
Right.
It wasn't even. It was like $1. It was less than $1. What's that at now? Do you know?
It's really good. I can't remember exactly, but you'd have done very well.
Dude, it was like
Yeah.
$130 when I stopped paying
It
attention.
sounds like you got in all these great projects.
I was in.
Then you hit the ripcord.
That's
So,
right.
and that's what a lot of people do. They miss the Bitcoin thing. They don't stay around for it. They go, oh, will there ever be a Bitcoin again? Well, guess what? This is potentially the second coming of Bitcoin. We call it the Bitcoin time machine. Okay, because we're going back and we're picking up where the Bitcoin bros left off. Okay, peer-to-peer, very low cost transactions. That's what we're all about, and that's going to drive the utility. And I'll talk about the utility in a minute. But having said that, that's what's so unique about this. You're not buying the coin, you're buying the seat in the mine. And there's going to be 1 million seats in the mine. We're building a 100 million mega hash mine. That's like starry. People don't know what that means. Well,
Yeah.
just think of it in terms of a car engine. Most people understand a truck engine, a car engine, horsepower. We're building a 100 million horsepower engine. Each seat in the engine is worth 100 horsepower. 100 horsepower times 1 million seats, 100 million horsepower. We're building a 100 million mega hash mine. There will be 1 million seats in the mine. It's basically 100 times 1 million, 100 million mega hash. However, there will not be 1 million miners. And I told you, and that's what I was going to tell you, when I got in May 5th of this year, I was miner number 3,502. Why is that significant? Because in just 5 months' time, we've just crossed miner number 40,000. Okay, so with the trajectory
On its way to 1 million?
No, it's even bigger than that, because what I'm going to tell you is there will not be 1 million miners, because each miner is currently buying 4 seats average in the mine. So if you do the million,
So it's going down quick.
it'll be about 250,000 to 300,000 miners at the end of the day. We're at 40,000 right now. If you follow the same trajectory out to February of March of next year, the mine will be sold out.
2026?
2026, that's exactly right, 6 months from now, okay? That's where this is heading. It's about a community project of building a mine, 100 million mega hash, which drives the utility, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So the other thing that the founder wanted to do is he didn't want to be Bitcoin. Bitcoin lost its way not only in its utility and its purpose, but they also lost their way in the fact that it's controlled by multimillionaires. It's controlled by China for the most part. 55% of Bitcoin is mined through mining pools in China. So no individual can even have their own mine and compete to get a coin in Bitcoin. It's just not for the average person, ever. It's also never going to be a transactional coin. It's a great store of value, and that's all it'll ever be. And so that's what the Bitcoin. This project, the founder, Bobby Gray, has a huge background in alternative currencies. In 2012, he was asked to speak in front of Congressman Ron Paul's subcommittee on alternative currencies as an expert, which he did back then. Texitcoin just sponsored former Congressman Ron Paul's 90th birthday bash in Texas. All the regulators and everything were there. Texas was the major sponsor of that.
No kidding.
And Bobby, who's been a fan and a friend of Ron Paul's, got up, did a keynote address, and right there with crypto, because Ron Paul believes in alternative currencies, and for his foundation, they accepted a plethora of, including TXC, and so they basically sent that and made a big donation to his foundation as well. So this is mined in Texas. It's a made in America blockchain, okay? 100%.
Oh, that's good. That's good to hear.
It sure is, because everything else is mined all over the world. You know, where you don't even know, in Gibraltar and all that kind of stuff, with meme coins and all that stuff. This has nothing to do with that. This project has utility. So what he wanted to do is crowdsource the sale of this mine. So he wanted a big community around it, not just 20, 30, 40 millionaires come in and buy up all the seats in the mine, and you got a community of 10 or 50 people. No.
Grow organically, people who have been introduced and
Exactly.
are in on it. They see the value in
They
it.
see the value, they see the utility of the project, they get behind its cause and what it's trying to do, and that builds a community, and that drives the price beyond. The projected price when the mine sells out in February is $16 per coin. It's at $4 today. If somebody ended up getting in today, that's 4x in the next 5 to 6 months. It's absolutely incredible, but it's not just 4x. It's 4x and you got more coins. It's the compounding effect.
And the value
It's amazing.
keep growing up. So
Exactly.
what's more about the utility?
So I'm going to get into the utility about it. Let me tell you how you actually can become a part of the project.
Okay, yeah.
Okay? Because there's 3 ways to become a part of the project, okay? The first one is do nothing other than just become a miner. Hey, Jim, I really love this project. Mining seats cost $995 each. Call it $1,000, okay? You can come in for 1 seat, and you can get as many as 9 seats. The reason he capped it at 9 is, again, he wanted a crowd. He didn't want someone coming in and going, I want 860 seats. Yeah, I got my $1 million. Not at all. It doesn't help the project at all. So he capped it at 9. If you come in for 9, you get 2 for free. So you get 11 seats in the mine for $9,000, $89.95 or $89.75. I can't do the math. But whatever. The point is, if you come in for 5, you get 1. But that is how you can become a part of this project. And then literally, all you got to do is take this, put it in your safe, forget about it. Come back in 5 years and see where it's at.
But what's the fun in that?
To me, there's no fun in that. Okay, I agree with you. I'm kind of.
I like to look
I
at-
like peek under the hood.
I
all
like
the
to
time.
copy the transaction, put it on the internet, and see the transaction online.
Oh, and you
I
can,
love
and you
doing
can do that with blockchain 100%. It's all transparent, and you have your wallet on your phone, which is a window into your coin, and so you can see that anytime you want to. So anyway, you can become a miner, and you can bite off as much as you want to chew. That's all you need to do to become a part of this project. Period. However, okay. Now we get down to what we talked about with the crowdsourcing and the community part of this project, okay? So what he wanted to do is say, okay, and I asked the question, I said, okay, Tim, this is my buddy who got me in. I said, if I can't buy more seats, can I get more seats? This thing's gonna sell out in February or March. I want as many seats as I can because they're gonna be mining for me for 137 years. That's generational wealth. And he said, Jim, there is. There's two ways to basically play in that game where you can get free seats. And it's basically, the founder said, help me build the community. Help me crowdsource the sale of the mine to sell it out. Because the phase one of this project is sell out the mine. Again, projected to be February or March of next year. So between now and then, I wanted to get more seats. So the first way you can do that is what we call a 1-2 free bonus. So what happens is, you start doing good at this, I'd start telling people about it. Start telling my son. My son came in and bought 3 seats. My daughter bought 1 seat. And these people started getting in, and Patty Jakes, who's a good friend of mine, just started telling people about it, and it was like, dude, is this for real? I go, it's for real. I know the founder. I've been there. I've met him a number of times. My buddy works for the company now.
He recently came to Florida.
He recently came to Florida to a big event. They're having a huge event November 8th in Tampa as well. Will it be 1,250 people there? All sponsored by Texitcoin, all free. Nobody pays for anything. It's all free. So they're having a big event on that. Florida is the fastest growing segment of Texitcoin right now. Right now, and I'll tell you about the advertising campaigns and everything that are going on right now. But having said that, let's get back to the 1-2 free. So for everybody that you tell about the program who wants to become a miner from you, you get 1 free seat in the mine for every 3 that do that. If you do that within 30 days, you get a bonus 2 free seats in the mine. So literally, I can have 3 people join, the clock resets, I get 2 free seats in the mine, which is worth $2,000, and I can do it again tomorrow. I can do it again the next day, and I can earn as many free seats as I can by sharing this
They're
project.
getting 3 at a time.
Right, so that's the deal. Now, there's another layer to this that's called referral commissions. It's like an affiliate referral program. I'm going to use 2 ugly words here with you right now. And when I do that, I go, okay, my eye kind of twitches. It's called network marketing, okay?
It's been around a while.
It has, but here's the thing. I always tell people this is network marketing-ish. And here's why. Network marketing, what is their goal? We want to be in business forever. I mean, look at Monterey.
There's no limit.
Look at Amway. This project is over as soon as the mine sells out. There's nothing to sell. There's no 1-2 free bonus. There's no more seats. When this mine sells out, the only thing anybody can do to participate in this project is go back to Bitcoin, buy the coin, watch it go up or down, because you didn't get a mining seat. I did. You didn't. Okay? So when the mine's sold out, you're done. And the whole thing goes away. So that's the first thing that's not network marketing-ish. The second thing is with network marketing, you got to buy stuff. I got to stay, keep my rating and get my commissions. I got to buy pills, potions, lotions, patches. There's nothing to buy here. 0, nothing to buy. So that's not network marketing, okay? So what is it? There is a binary. So what happens is when you get the 3 people that you referred that came in, they have to go on one side. They go left, let's say, okay? Then here's the cool thing about the referral program, okay? Unlike the 1-2 free, where you have to be the sponsor, the person who enrolled them to get the free seats, not in the referral program. In the referral program, right now I've got about 120 people in my downline organization.
You're going to get a piece of what they do.
Yeah, but it's all equal. We all benefit together. There's no pyramid here, and I'll explain that in a minute. The bottom line is, though, when I get 3 people on one side and 3 people on the other, even if I didn't bring these people in, they were brought in by somebody completely different that I don't even know. And that happens every single week. I match up and I get a $1,000 commission. I can take that in cash, which is USDC, the stable coin of US dollars. I can take it in that, or if I want to, I can change it into what we call hash, which is more hashing power, meaning I don't want the cash, I don't need the cash, I want more free seats in the mine. When you do that, they double it. So if I get 3 points and 3 peats, I get 1 points and 3 points, I get $1,000 commission or 2 seats in the mine. If I get 6 points and 6 points, I get a $2,000 commission, or 4 seats in the mine. And lastly, the most you can earn is 9 seats and 9 seats, $3,000 commission, and 6 seats in the mine.
So even if you already own 9 by buying in, you can still participate and get 9 more like that?
You don't need to do that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I got in this and I have not bought a coin. I have 14,000. I got in this and I spent 9,000 to get in it. You can come in for 1,000. You don't need to come in for 9. I happen to be a builder. And so for reasons that I can explain, you can come in for 9, and there's some significant advantages. If you're somebody,
I wish you'd get excited about this. I'm telling you.
The most I get excited about is the utility, which is coming. This is like the prelude. But here's the point, okay? Getting back to, and you threw me off track there a little bit. No, getting back to the free seats in the mine, and you can get unlimited. So the bottom line is, I know what I was going to tell you. I never bought a coin. I have 14,000. I've never bought more than 9 seats, and today I have 91.
So your $1,000 turned into how much?
My $9,000.
Or excuse me, yeah, if you checked out today.
Turned into about $70,000 in coins today that I could cash in right this minute. And in free seats, I have 91 seats. I only paid for 9, so I have $82,000 in free seats. So between those two things, I've made $150,000 in 5 months. Now look, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not sitting here telling people to invest. My job here is to share the project. This is what I'm doing. I don't advise people to get in. I don't advise people to get out. You got to do your own due diligence. You got to spend money that you can afford to lose, and you got to do what you think is best for you and your family. But for me, when I saw this project and I saw the people behind it, the community behind it, what's happening with this, the technology is off the chain, and I said, you know what? I want to be involved in this. And so that's what I've done. But again, people have to make their own decisions for their own life. But here's the deal. We're here at Cohatch right now, and we are doing dinner shows here every Monday night through the end of the year at 7 o'clock Monday night. We buy dinner for everybody. We have community come together, fellowship, to learn about cryptocurrency, learn about what it does, how it's honest money, how it can change things in the world, and we teach people about it, and we just tell people about the project. And they want to get in, they can. They don't want to get in, they don't have to, but they leave smarter and a little full.
Let me reiterate, we're at Cohatch, 211 Main Street, downtown Lakeland, every Monday night at 7 p.m. Come down here, listen to, be objective, don't feel pressured, just learn.
Just learn. That's it, because you know what? I'm just telling your audience, it's real simple. If you do not understand cryptocurrency, you're a fool. This is the future. It's not
It's just a matter of time till people learn.
It's not Texitcoin that's the future. It's XRP. It's Bitcoin. It's Litecoin. It's Ethereum. It's all these projects that have utility that are changing the world. It takes time to change the world.
You know what I like to remind myself is that the U.S. dollar is already digital. It's already digital money. This is more secure digital. They can't print it.
Exactly right. 100%.
U.S. dollars printed every day.
It's immutable. I mean, they got a CR going on right now where the government's been shut down for almost 3 weeks, right? What are they going to do? Print money to get themselves out of it.
That's exactly
every time.
right.
But guess what? All the congressmen and senators, everybody else isn't getting paid, but they are. So anyway, I don't want to get political here. It doesn't make a difference, okay? This has nothing to do with politics at all. It's honest money for everybody. So now let me get excited, okay? Let me tell you about the utility of the project, because that'll blow you away. So, and I hope to work with the city of Lakeland on this, actually. But here's the thing. In Texas, there are 300 cities that are part of the Downtown Digital Association. Okay, what they're looking for in a community, what are they looking to do? Let's look at McKinney, Texas. Let's look at Lakeland, Florida. It doesn't matter. What are they trying to do? What's the chamber trying to do? What's the commissioners trying to do? You were going to run for commissioner at one point. Yes, but here's what they're trying to do to help that out. They want to keep money circulating within their community, don't they? To help the businesses, to help the people who live in the community.
Tax revenue helps.
All of that. But exactly. But here's the point. When I walk into a Starbucks with my phone and I scan my Chase Visa card or my Wells Fargo Visa card and I pay for that cup of coffee, that money has left the community. It's at Chase Bank in New York. It's at Wells Fargo. It's at TD in Canada. Okay, it's not here in the community. So here's what we do. We go to the city, and we're going to start with McKinney, Texas. Okay, they're a big community out in Texas. They lead the Downtown Digital Association. And what we say to them is this. The reason they haven't created a digital currency at this point is very simple. No one's solving the problem for them, because here's the problem. Cryptocurrencies, I don't care whether you're Texitcoin, okay, or you're Bitcoin, or whatever it is, they are volatile. They go up and down by the day, okay? And so what happens is they're going, man, we can't do a downtown digital currency that when somebody uses it and goes into the coffee shop and they bought something for $10, and then all of a sudden it goes down to $9 overnight, the vendor now only got $9 for a $10 cup of coffee. So
It's not stable.
Not stable. Great word right there, my friend, and that is what we do. So here's how we solve that problem like nobody solved this problem. We go into the community and we create a stable coin. Okay, so what we do is we go to a local credit union, not a bank. The money leaves. Credit unions are there for the community. So we put $5 million into the bank account in that credit union. And we say to them, here's the deal, guys. This supports $5 million in transactions with the McKinney coin on the Texitcoin blockchain, $1 to $1. There's no volatility. That problem's gone. Now McKinney goes, whoa, we can do this now. Yes. And then we say to the credit union, loan the money out. Do what you do. Help the businesses expand. Help the new businesses come in. Help this guy get a boat. This person get a house. This person get a car. That money's circulating in the community. That strategy keeps money floating in that community 4 to 5 times longer than any other strategy. So that is how we make it happen. Now, what's a use case? So we go to the first use case, and it's digital, it's downtown, it's festivals and fairs and events. So now you go to the McKinney, and everything in Texas, like Florida here, the Plant City Strawberry Festival,
Yeah.
okay, it's all coupons and tickets. Okay, you go there.
Gift card.
Yep, you wait in the hot sun, you get your coupons and tickets, then you use a ticket for the turkey leg, for the Ferris wheel, all this stuff, and you're using the
Pig Fest.
Yep, then you gotta go ahead and you've got Pig Fest, exactly, the air show, I mean, all of that. And guess what happens, okay? When you leave, you got a bunch of worthless paper, okay? What are you gonna buy, 10 turkey legs?
And they
every
won't
day now?
exchange it back out.
Ever. So here's the deal. Now you don't have to wait in the hot sun anymore for that. Now you buy your McKinney coin right here, and it's on the Texitcoin blockchain. And so now what happens is you've got coin on your wallet when you walk into that fair festival. You walk into the Strawberry Festival. Now you just scan in your code everywhere you go, and now you're spending that way. If you need more, you don't wait in the hot sun. I just need a little more. You do that, and you're not worried about overbuying. Why? Because when you leave, you still have it on your wallet. Well, what happens now? Now all of a sudden the chamber gets involved with us because now we promote this to the businesses and we say, hey businesses, there's 6 reasons that you're going to want to get involved in this project. First one is we got tons of people walking around with this on their wallet and they're looking for a sign in someone's window that said McKinney coin accepted here. So a ready amount of people that want to spend it. Next thing, guess what? If they walk in and spend with a Visa and MasterCard, you're paying 1.5% to 5% merchant fees. With this, almost nothing. The Litecoin blockchain is 0.00001 transaction.
Let me ask you a question that comes to mind. Isn't the SEC, the Security Exchange Commission, got something to say about any of this? Is it all legal? Or
Here's the thing.
how does that work out?
It works out when it works out. I mean, if you look at what happened with Coinbase and with Kraken, which are 2 major exchanges, even XRP, I mean, nobody applied the Security Exchange Commission. They get involved, you comply. And you do what needs to be done to comply with what they say you need to do. Okay, in the meantime, you're operating and you're in business and so forth. But it may or may not have anything to do with that. But that's above my pay grade, if I'm being honest with you. Nothing to do with me at this point. They're not selling commodities. They're not selling stock. They're simply selling seats in a mine. They're not even selling coins. They're selling seats in a mine. Okay, so that's what it is. It's a community project. And that's what this whole thing is about.
Do you know that banks used to be community banks,
yeah.
they invested in the community and then they went federal, whatever they did, they saw conglomerates.
What they do is like state bank here, you know, I mean, what they did is they went from, I can't remember the smaller bank it was before it became state bank, but now the goal is not necessarily being in the community, it's to build it up to sell it to a big bank.
Yeah. And what is there, 4 banks now? There's like 4 or 5 banks now.
It's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, getting back to this utility, so now I can save the merchant fees for all the merchants. So I go and buy my $10 cup of coffee, the fee's only 0.00001.
Because Visa, MasterCard, and Express charge 2 and 3%.
Hell yeah.
But this doesn't.
1.5 to 5% with us. This doesn't do that. So now you're saving that. The next thing is it takes 1 to 3 days to get your money from MasterCard, Visa, or American Express.
Through Swift.
Here, it's instant. It's in your wallet, like right now. Okay? Get ready for the next one.
It's like there's a lightning network on top of Bitcoin,
Well,
on top of those.
Bitcoin's slower than death, okay? It'll never be a transactional coin. But at the end of the day, we're built on the Lakeland blockchain as a clone.
A currency.
That's the blockchain. So the currency's built on that blockchain, and the McKinney coin will be built on that.
Okay.
It's called a layer 2 built on our layer 1 blockchain, to get technical, okay? But having said that, the next benefit is no chargebacks if you're a business owner. It's blockchain.
You
No
would issue a
chargebacks.
refund if
Yes,
someone needed something
that's
back?
exactly right. Doesn't mean you're a bad business person. It just means that the bank can't, Visa, MasterCard can't just rip it out of your bank account when someone says you did something wrong. It's like, no, let's talk about it. If I did something wrong, I'm a good business. I want
refund it.
Google 5-star reviews. I don't want you trashing my business, but it just didn't get ripped out of my bank account. And I got to go through this whole dispute process. Doesn't happen that way. So there's another reason to become involved with the project, right? And lastly is the promotional factor here. Texitcoin right now is on 600 billboards through Texas, Florida. They're in every major airport in Texas, every gate in the Dallas-Fort Worth airport.
It's hot.
Houston Intercontinental, Houston Hobby, Austin Airport, Orlando Airport right now, LAX, soon to come to the Tampa Airport, Miami. This project is spending close to $2 million a month in ad spend to build the brand, to build the awareness. So now what happens is people are walking around with it in their wallet. I can save money as a merchant. And oh, by the way, does it get any better? The consumer is incentivized to use their McKinney coin to buy something from a vendor to the tune of 5%. So they get a 5% bonus when they use it. So if I go buy that $10 cup of coffee for $10, when I leave, I just got a bonus of 50 cents in TXC.
Clear that up.
Back in my wallet.
I don't understand that. Say that
We're
again.
giving you free 5% of your purchase back again in a reward when you use TXC to buy something with it.
Because you want it to grow.
Because we want to incentivize people to spend using the coin.
I see.
And so the consumer's incentivized to do it, the business is incentivized to do it, the town of McKinney is now got their own downtown digital currency, we have funded a credit union and created a stable coin. Can you understand the ecosystem that is right there?
And stop the bloodshed of the dollars disappearing out of your community.
100%. And so now what happens, okay, you look at this use case, okay, which is a beautiful use case, and now you go, okay, there's 300 cities in Texas that want to do this, that are in the downtown digital associations, okay? This is proliferating everywhere. And so there's never been a way to do it. So you might say to me, well, Jim, couldn't somebody do this with Monero or Solana or another coin? The answer is yes, they could, but are they? No, they're not. And the reason they're not is because they have no leaders in these communities. You can't even find Satoshi Nakamoto who did Bitcoin. Nobody even knows who the guy is. There's no leader, they're rudderless. So there's nobody who has the vision to say we're going to do this, except Bobby Gray, who's the founder of Texitcoin, and this is a continuation of his life's work. And so he's gone digital, and this is the first time this has ever been done, and it's being done on the Litecoin blockchain. Not only that, the crowdfunding of this mine to sell the mine out, which is the phase one I told you about, where we'll have $1 billion market cap. So if you take basically $1,000 times 1 million seats, you have $1 billion market cap. We're a top 100 coin in the world. Right now, we're a top 170. We've raised more money. We're the third largest crypto project in history of crypto that has raised money, more money. We've already raised $100 million to build this mine out, doing the crowdfunding and the crowdsourcing. And here's the cool thing about it. I told you it's not network marketing. Here's why. You can make money with the commissions, or make free seats with the commissions, or make money. Same with the 1-2 free bonus. But when the mine's sold out, guys, that's all gone away. So it's not network marketing because it's a means to an end. It's not, we want to be here forever doing network marketing. It's just a means to an end.
If you own 9 seats, can you sell one to your family member?
You can sell them to anybody you want. They're yours. They're based, you got the coin. You want to sell that to somebody else, that's your hard wallet. You can do whatever you want to do. You own the seat. I mean, I'm going to tell you what to do.
Yeah, there's no...
You know, it's called DeFi, which is decentralized finance. You know, when you join the project, no one asks for your social security number. Nobody asks for your date of birth. Okay, we don't care. We just need your name, email, phone number, and you fill out an ACH form. Have a good day.
When you do your taxes at the end of the year, is it just capital gains tax?
Bottom line is that's up to you and your accountant. I can't comment on that. I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not going to get involved in that either.
But you have value that increased, so you probably got to pay tax.
Bottom line is whatever your tax specialist tells you to do is what they tell you to do. I don't know if they tell
That's
you
good
to
advice.
long-term capital gains, short-term capital gains. I just don't know. But you definitely need to get advice on that, and that's not me.
I agree.
So anyway, let's get back to this utility. So now you go, okay, I understand this. I understand why no one else is doing it. You guys got a big jump on whoever else might want to do it anyway because you already raised $100 million to do it, and you have 40,000 people in the mine, and it's going to sell out. Okay, so now, how big is this use case? In other words, what's going to drive the price of this coin beyond $16 in February? And that's the utility. So you think, okay, downtown fairs and festival, it doesn't sound too big to me, $5 million, I get it. 300 cities doing it, it's $1.5 billion in transactions annually. okay? And then you take it to Florida, and then you take it to other states. The International Fair and Festival Association right now does $75 billion in fair and festivals with coupons and tickets. They're projected to be at $150 billion by 2032. So now you start looking at that and you're going, wow, okay, all this on the Texitcoin blockchain, all this with these different downtown currencies and the fairs and festivals, and they're scraping just a little bit off every transaction, just like XRP is doing with cross-border payments. Same utility right there, except we each have a different use case. And now you go, wow, 1.5 billion here, 1.5 billion there, 3 billion there. And now what happens is the profitability starts to build in the project because you're getting profit.
Equity.
Those little, and now you're building the equity. And now you've got multiples of earnings and multiple net worth. Cryptocurrencies have a very, very big multiple of earnings. And so all of a sudden, the founder already has a pathway, a document called the Path to 80 and the Path to 800. Okay, and he wants to do that in the next couple of years with this use case. So you can see, here's the deal. If everything I told you at the beginning was great, and it is, I'm talking about the whole mechanism of doing that, how much money you can make and all that. If the utility wasn't there first, when I looked at this, I would have gone, you know what? You're just another dog coin, a squirrel coin, a meme coin. But that isn't what this project's all about.
I noticed you avoided that word.
Yeah, but I go right to it. And let me just tell you what we're not. Okay, what we're not is 5 things. We're not a rug pull. Okay, a rug pull is basically when a founder pre-mines 1 million, 2 million, 3 million coins before anybody knows about it. And then they start going out, hyping it, build up the value, and dump all their coins on the market, rip the rug out from everybody else.
And you can't find him.
And here's the deal, and you can't find him. Okay, Bobby Gray's in McKinney, Texas. If you know anything about McKinney, if you know anything about Texans, Texas is proud.
I know they
go get their guns and the dogs, okay? And so the bottom line is, we know where to find him. He's doing videos every single week. He's at live events. He's the founder. He's the guy who's driving the vision.
Accessible.
Not running away. Exactly. Accessible. And he didn't pre-mine. This project had no pre-mine coins of any kind whatsoever. Then you got your pump and dump. Same exact thing as a rug pull. Pre-mine 1 million, 2 million coins. This case, though, they hire influencers and they hire celebrities to pump it up, promote it, and then guess what?
They sell it high.
Exactly. Then they pull it out, do a pump and dump. The next thing it's not a Ponzi scam. A Ponzi scam means you need new money to pay the debts of yesterday. Okay? The referral commissions are paid out every single week to every miner. So if there were no miners this week coming in, there'd be no commissions to pay out. This is a very cash-rich project. There is no debt on the books. There's no money owed for past sins, okay? And lastly, it's not a Ponzi. And why isn't it a Ponzi? Because I told you this. If the person in a pyramid scheme, not a Ponzi, I meant a pyramid scheme. Pyramid, you got your top guy, you got your bottom person down here, and everything flows up. And this one always makes more than everybody else. Not in this. The most this guy can make is $3,000 a week. 9 points and 9 points. The most this person can make. I have somebody in my downline right now this week. They made $3,000. I didn't make it. I didn't make as much as her. Because everybody's equal. You can make 9. You can make $3,000 a week every single week. It resets every week. So it's a level playing field for everybody. So the reality is, that's what the project is. How do you get involved in the project? Real simple. You can call me at 8.
Go ahead.
That's my phone number, 863-660-9597. Okay, that's 863-660-9597. Jim Carey, not the actor. You can also see my wrapped Audi in town, scan the QR code, and register for a dinner event here at Cohatch. Or we're on 17 screens around town on social indoor ads where you can scan the QR code there. Okay, and then this month we're in the Lakelander magazine and we are in the business issue. We've got a full page ad talking about the project. You can scan that QR code, register for our free event, which we do every Monday at 7 p.m., and come hear about the project. Bring some friends. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll have a little fun. But that's what the project's all about.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Don.
And I hope everybody in the world, everybody around Lakeland comes and signs up, learns it. You can say no.
That's right.
It's not a problem. Say no. It's not for me.
Yep.
But come learn something.
Come learn something, because whether it's Texitcoin or something else, you need to understand how digital currencies are non-inflatable, and they're going to be the future of money.
And currencies.
They're going to be the future of money.
Exchanging value.
That's why all these states right now, including the federal government, are taking massive stakes in Bitcoin, because they believe in it as a digital currency. They're huge parts of investment funds now. I mean, this is going mainstream, guys, and it only started in 2009, and here we are in 2025, where Bitcoin people laughed at them. What the heck is that? You heard about Pizza Day, right? Pizza Day is a guy who bought Bitcoin when it
The
was
10,000.
10,000 Bitcoins for two
Right.
pizzas. Okay, that guy's pretty sad right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you hear about the guy in Europe who had, I don't know, a couple 100,000 Bitcoin and he threw the computer away?
And
It's in the dump.
He's looking for the hard drive in the landfill.
And the
And there's stories like that everywhere. There's a Walmart story like that. They call it the $1 million tractor. Because what happened was when Sam Walton was getting Walmart started, first thing he did is went around to his friends and family in Bentonville, Arkansas, and said, I got an idea. I'm going to do this. You guys want to invest? And people invested. Well, it took time. It wasn't just like a rocket ship overnight. And look, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This get-rich-quick scheme. This is a long-term play. Even though we've made a lot of money right now, and it's up over 6,000% since it started, and just since the beginning of the year, it's up over 450%. But that doesn't mean that it's going to be a rocket ship project. It's a slow project, right? But it's the right project. At least it is for me. So
That's
I really
fantastic.
appreciate your time here today.
Absolutely.
David. It was great.
Thank co-host for letting me use this room. You have a fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing your show tonight.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate
Have a
it.
great day.
All right, you too. Bye.